Hello my Owlettes, and welcome back to the next video in the Mrs. Claus series. This is such a fun project and I can't wait to show you guys. So let's hop into it. If you got a kit, a Mrs. Claus kit, it came with one of these very basic. Sorry, I've been crafting this morning, so everything has got fun stuff all over the place. But it's just a simple padded pot holder, and we're gonna make a I call it a pencil holder, or one of a kind, because you're gonna make it for yourself. And here I have my markers in my traveler's notebook size. I also felt like you could also make this into like something that you stuff and give as gifts. You could actually put cooking utensil thingies in there for the bakers or the cookers in your life, the chefs. Cookers, is that even, would you call someone a cooker? But you could put gifts in there. I think this would be a great gift to send, especially crafters like us, journalers. Then this makes a great little gift too. But also, for me, what I like to do is have something where I can put my pens in and take it with me, or if I'm going to go, sit down somewhere and take my you could fit your scissors in there. What I meant is take my markers. I could put my scissors. I could add a glue stick in there. Let's see if I can grab my glue stick. So there's all this stuff you can gather with you, and take it with you wherever you want to go. Okay, so let's hop into it, and I'm going to show you guys. I made a couple of these. So this one is. And I'm going to tell you guys where to get all the material for it. So this is one that I made using an old quilt backing. It's a vintage, I've had this for a while. And if you got a homespun kit last year, it was in it. It was pieces of this quilt that I bought at a thrift store. And as I mentioned before, it's sewn, hand sewn, but very I don't want to say poorly, but yeah, pretty poorly. It's not straight. It's very homespun. It's like what I like to put it. I love it actually. So, and I've used it on so many projects, so many journals, and now I added one to the background of this particular. Oh, help me out. Oven mitt. Pot holder. And so anyway, it also came with these little snowman ornament, and inside the kit I just included a background and I included a snowman. So that's what we're going to work with today. These can be found at Hobby Lobby. They come all in a kit together like this, and there are some pom-poms, some buttons, and then of course I have lots of trim that I just pulled out of my stash and started trimming it up. The kit did come with this particular, some of this trim in there, some pom-poms and some rickrack. So I definitely used the silver on here, and then it also came with the hat. It came with this size hat, but I ordered some more on Amazon and they shipped me these, which that's what I used in this one. So I'll leave the link. I'll put it on my, I have an Amazon storefront. I don't keep it updated very much, but I can put all this stuff on that, create a page and create a link where it has all this, where you can buy all this items on Amazon. And also with the Amazon order, you had to buy in bulk, but it also came with these cute little scarves, which I added this on this particular one, but then the one that came in the kit came with this little little bow to add to your snowman. Or you can get on your stash, you can add ribbon, you can add this is like a endless possibility project. So this is another one that I made, and this is using material. I have hoarded this material for so long. I love houses, so anything with houses on it has my heart. And then I just included this little snowman, and of course it has a little pouch there. So you can, like I said, there's endless possibilities of what you can do. The other thing that I thought about too is, if you know how they have those blind book, this could be something fun for something like that. Like you could put a book in here and you can add all the little different highlighters and things like that. It's not really a blind book, but it's kind of like a little holder for a gift that could be a book. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. I am going to make one. I have these two colors, and I wanted to make one with a little bit more pink in it. So I'm going to use some of my stash to build this one up. I have this particular, like, I love this. I'm going to be using this also, this kind of torn up quilt for my my planner this year, which I'm in the works of making. So I want to make sure that like, I love this. This is like, speaks to me, this hot pink. But I don't know if I want to use it here or use it on my planner. So let me see what else I have in my stash, if there's any pink. There's some pink on here. It's a little bit more subtle pink. But I love these two pieces here that I'm thinking about using on my journal. So I'm going to hold, oh, here's one. Okay, let's use that one. That has more pink in it. I just wanted to kind of save this. Like I said, I'm enjoying using this on my different projects, so I want to definitely make the most out of it, because I'm on the, it's almost run out. I think it was a pretty nice size quilt, and I have used it to pieces. So even though something may not have life that it's meant to have, I'm breathing new life into it. That's the way I look at it. Okay, so I'm going to just put this on here like that. And what I did, I used a combination of Fabric Fix and my hot glue gun, and I'm going to do the same here. One thing that about, oops, I hear my Pokey hears me talking. He's like, why are you in here? And I'm not. But basically, I use a combination of Fabric Fix and the hot glue to do the trim, because I want the permanent Fabric Fix on there, because sometimes hot glue creates this, it can come off. I mean, it's, you know, where the fabric will come unglued, but the Fabric Fix creates a instant grasp onto the material. But for the base, I'm just using, and make sure you don't glue your pocket down. I'm using the base of I'm using Fabric Fix for the base, sorry. Trying to make sure I complete what I'm saying here, because I'm thinking it and I'm doing it, but it's just not coming out. Okay. And then basically what I do is I just trim it off. And this is a homespun, handmade project, so I'm not particularly crazy. Like, this to me is fine. This is more of a homespun look, so I'm totally okay with it looking, you know, a little bit less completed, so to speak. You could, if this would drive you crazy, definitely you could sew it, or you can make it a little less handmade looking. Okay, I was paranoid a minute ago just now, because it was like really hard to cut. It's thick, but it's one of those stitchings that were on here. Okay, so then you kind of have your bases. Oh, and let me show you the material. So in case you wanted to do a material base, I bought this years ago. I don't even know where I bought it, but it's just your basic fabric material, what I used for this one here. So anything goes. Go to your scrap drawer, and you don't even have to put a basis on this. I even thought that, you know, my idea at first was like, you know, you could just put your, like this, like I have this one. This is kind of a beat up one, but you could also just do this, you know, I mean, and decorate with trim. Decorate it all with trim. Endless possibilities. Okay, so now I have this, and now I'm going to kind of play around with backgrounds. So I definitely want to cover this up, and I'm going to do the trim. So I'm going to go to my trim container here, my fancy trim container. This is more for like, this has a lot of ribbons that I got when I was in Maine, and I really, and I got people that sent me. We did a swap. I had a swapper, a crafty friend. Here's a really pretty lace, which I guess that's why I'm kind of making it more for what I want, and my colors that I love are like the pinks and the greens. I still want to keep that Christmas vibe, you know, going, because it's going to have my little snowman or wintry vibe. I'm just kind of pulling some stuff out. I love this ribbon. I finally got to use it. Remember, I don't know, I've been trying to use this on so many projects, you guys, and it's just a very thick ribbon. Oh, that looks so pretty though. It's a very thick type ribbon, so it's been hard to find it on a project to use. That's really pretty. I think I'll do that. Okay. So I'm definitely going to use this because I want that really soft, vibe to it. And then I really want to use this because it is my it's got little hollies on it. I'm just going to cut. I'm cutting it a little bit bigger than what I need. And then I'm just digging in my trusty old, I got this, but I don't think, actually, could I use this? And then this? Let's see what that would look like. Or is that just not? No, I think the white's better. Okay. And then I kind of have this one too. I guess I'm kind of going more for like oops, I really, okay. Okay, can stop now. Out of control ribbon. I would put this on there, but I don't feel like that's Christmassy. And actually, you know what? I could do something with that, but I'm gonna save that for another project. Okay, sorry, I got a little out of control. So I'm gonna do this as a base. I'm gonna do my holly trim, to kind of, because I want to use it because it's perfect for this project. And then, and I may bring this down a little bit more just so I can show a little more off. And then bring this up, and then maybe this to tie in the green, because I'm going to have to use this cap because I think this is like my last cap that I have. I also have this ribbon that I ordered. Let's open it up and see what it looks like. I didn't really include a whole lot of trim in the kit because I wasn't sure, you know, everybody has their own ideas of what they want to do. Oh, that looks pretty, and it really ties this in. And then I may do like a pom-pom. Okay, that sounds like a plan. I also have this pretty pink. Okay, good. I love trim. Okay, so I'm gonna put that. See, I thought I could even come in here and do that oh wow, that really brings in the, and these are like poinsettias. I don't know if you guys can tell, but this is like a poinsettia on here. And that really, you know, I'm kind of going for the grandma core. That is the look I'm going for. Let's do this. This is perfect. Going for that grandma core look. Okay. So I'm just going to put 3 ribbons on there. We can always come back and add more if we want to. That's what I did here. On each one of these, I added the three ribbons, as you can tell. This one I did pom-pom, more simplicity, more look of the snowman. Okay, so all I'm going to do, this is where I'm going to come in. I do want to make sure I trim just a little bit out here, because I do want to make sure that I have the stability of that pocket to hold all my trim. Okay, and this is where I come in and I add my hot glue gun and my fabric fix. And this, since I'm going to let it come down a little bit further, like that. With the lace, it's a little less, it lays flat. So I'm just going to kind of get myself messy and lay that flat. Then with this ribbon, this is where I'm going to come in and add both the hot glue gun and the fabric fix. Just to give it that instant hold, but long term. My mega glue gun here. It's a super hot glue gun, so it really is going to hold that down. It's so cute, and I kind of make sure that the ruffles stay. I noticed on my last one I was like, it is ruffles, but I definitely want to keep those ruffles. It's show, you know, where they show. And then we're going to come in and do the same thing here. Now, one thing on the snowman, I did 2 different styles because I wanted to try one out. I had this idea. Let me concentrate here just to get that glue down. Okay. This is where I don't want to burn my fingers. And there is excess over here, but I'm going to remove that. Okay. So I'm going to let that dry. And then, while that is drying, I'm going to work on the snowman. So inside your kit, or you know what, you could actually use, which I might do that. Let's just see what the red looks like. And then I also, if you have pink, pink felt, you can definitely do that as well. And actually, I kind of like this is such that thin felt. I think I'm going to actually do, this is more that hard, that thick, I don't know what they call it, stiff felt. That's what they call it. Look at my square. That is not straight. Let's see what size a snowman is too. That's not straight either. It's homespun, you guys. And this little snowman has a mark on it. Let me get this one. Or you know what I could also do? I could use this as a template. Maybe too late. Well, you know what? I almost had it straight, didn't I? I had it almost the right size too. Okay. And you know, I was thinking I could even do this red background because I do like the polka dots. Let's see. I'll go with that one. I just want to make sure it looks okay too with the hat on, doing a double layer of felt. And I also want to make sure I keep where this is flexible. I don't want it to be too stiff. You know, I want it to make sure it does stay flexible. Okay. So, I think it'll be okay. I'm going to make sure that the snowman does stay in that square. these particular snowmen actually have sticky on the back. I actually used glue for mine, but on this particular one, I'll show you guys in just a second. Let me cut this. On this particular one, I actually stuffed him. So I put a white felt on the back and I put a little bit of filler in it. And then I glued it down, but then I went ahead and sewn the stitches, which I thought was really cute too. Just an idea to make a little bit more three-dimensional snowman. Okay, so I was doing this, but I do want to, I like the trim, and so I'm just thinking this one may not need the trim on it. Okay, let's get this sewn down, and I'm just going to use, since this felt is so thin, I do not think it's going to have a problem sticking. Ooh, this makes me nervous. There we go. All pretty. Trying to think, do I want the lace underneath? Or kind of like, or put it on top? I think I'm gonna have to put it on top. And this glue is really coming through. I hope it dries. I have a feeling it's gonna dry weird. Like where you can see it. And I don't like that. You know what? I think if I put trim around it, it may cover up that glue as well. But it'll still allow for the pink, the light pink background. I'll do that and then just put it on here. Okay, I came up with a plan. So, on this particular one, I did not remove the stickiness because of the hat, but I think I'm going to try to do it anyway, even when I have to use the hat, because I think it just might stick a little better. And on this particular one, I'm going to use fabric glue. I can get it from sticking. Like that. And I'm going to leave the little head up so I can put, oh, you know what? Actually, I think I'm going to do a bow on this one. Because I was thinking if I needed to do the scarf, but I'm going to put a bunch of hot glue inside my hat. Because I'm going to slide that hat on to the snowman, kind of catty corner. Let's go ahead and glue the hat, whoops, onto the felt too. And hold it down. Okay, and then what I'll do is kind of glue it down once it gets on here. don't like, I'm not happy with how that turned out, but what do? We add more stuff onto, should I do green? Let me get the green rickrack. And I grabbed another bag of I thought maybe I had some, I was really looking for, oh, here's some pom-poms. I was really looking for some pink pom-pom trim, and I have a little bit of this left. Whoops. Brought it on the camera, took it off of camera. I have a little bit of that left, and I have this more pastel. So let's play around with that and see what we come up with. If we do the red, I just glanced at that, it looks really good. So if I do the red brick rack, I can put this up here, I think. And I think it would go together really well. So let's do that. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and do fabric fix, and I'm gonna cover up that glue that I see popping through. I probably should have used fabric fix on that, and then I wouldn't have seen the glue. But the key for me, you just keep adding stuff and make it your own. And I like more. Okay, then I'm gonna do one down the other side. Okay. Trim it off. Oh, it's looking so cute. And then you can really dress up. Let's see. Grab a handful of these. You could put of course it's making it bulky. I know. But it's so cute, right? Or you could put 2 on there and then put a bow. That's what and my intentions were when I put the kids together, is to add a bow. Or add a bow. Oh, that looks cute. Gives it that more. And then I could just do, I was trying to just do 2. And cover up those black spots. Okay. All right, let's get our snowman put onto the backing. And this is where I'm actually going to put both glues, because I want it to be permanent, but then I want it to be quick action too, where I don't have to worry about it coming up. I hope mixing these glues are not bad for any situation. Okay. Oops. I drug it up. You guys, I'll put it down too quickly. That's okay. I have like glue stuck right here. Just wipe it off. Alrighty then. And then I'm going to come in here and put a dab of this glue. Add it right here and then hold that down into place. Okay. And let's add our little pink bow on. Right here. Make it a girly, keeping with the pink flow of things. Okay, now with this, let's see. Do I add this to the top? You gotta have pom-poms, right? Or do I add more of the pink? Let's see what the pink looks like. I like the pink. Let's cut this. Oh, I got everything's sticking to me, guys. Hot mess here. Okay. I just had an idea. Let's see what this looks like if it comes across. I think it keeps it more feminine, being that it's not so big. I just had this idea because I have this in here. Let's just see what it looks like. If I ran this down the front of her, make her more, and then would that be too much? Or like I said, never enough. And we put the 2 pom-poms. I kind of like that. I'm going to go with it. You know, I'm making this for myself. So I'm going to go with it. I like it, and I think it looks cute. Okay, let's put the fabric. Yeah, I had a couple of these pot holders. Again, I'm going to leave a link down for you guys below where you can get all the goodies to make these. And you can actually buy pot holders in bulk of all the colors. This would make a great little project too if you have a crafty night with friends, I think. And hope that doesn't look too strange, you guys. Okay. Like I said, I'm making this one for me. So, but I just thought these other 2, I thought it'd be fun to make up a bunch of them. But again, and cinnamon as Happy Mail, you know, because what I meant to say was, when I ordered these pot holders, they came in bulk because I wanted to make sure I had them for the kit, enough for the kit, you know. So just keep that in mind when I lay the links. But you can, I don't know if you can order I think you can still just order a few. But like I said, I think this would make a great fun project, and I also think it'd make a great gift send project. Okay. I don't want to lose too much of the flare on the end for this particular. I like having that ruffle, but I do want the rest of it off, but just not that ruffle, if that makes sense. Because I like the way it does span out on the edges. Happy holidays. Okay. And then I'm going to take some of these mother of pearl, and I'm going to add these onto. I like the ones with the string still stuck in them too, because that makes them kind of seem. And I'm going to do 3 on each side just to keep it. Put that there. I'm going to show you also something I thought about doing. I thought about doing this to my cover, which I'm going to be working in my journal soon, you guys. So I've been itching to work in my journal. But we have these little gems, and I have these little flat backs that would look really cute on here too. Which, oh my gosh, the pink looks so cute. Okay, let me get these down, and I'm going to use hot glue. I think they'll stick with the hot glue, especially this. And the hot glue's coming through. I'm gonna put a little bit of, actually I have 3-in-1. I think the fabric fix would work too, but I'm gonna use this 3-in-1. I'm gonna put a blob on here. And I think I should have measured these out. I think they come in several different sizes. Oops. I kind of made a mess. I need some Q-tips. That's what I need on my workstation. Okay, I got glue everywhere, but that's okay. I wonder if this 3-in-1 would work on these buttons. Let me get the lid on this other one so I can put it away and not dry everything up. Okay, and then, where's my other button? So I'm gonna put a really big glob on the underside of this. And then I'm gonna squeeze it through and see if it comes out. Oh yeah, perfect. I'm gonna put a little bit more. Try not to make a mess. Where's my tweezers? You know what, I'm gonna put green. Oh my goodness, you guys. I have, where's my tweezers? Let's get the tweezers out. Maybe this will help me work. Excuse the arm, by the way. I've got my handy dandy tray there. Oh yeah. For this project, you guys, have your Q-tips ready. Okay, and then I'm gonna put some on here. Maybe not as much. The thing is to stop messing with it and then let it dry, let it do its magic. I guess if I'm gluing the gems on here, this little piece may be better. Let me hot glue it. And add a little 3-in-1 for good measure. I just don't want these things popping off. And I can use the big one, the big gem. I think I can probably actually add that on there, and that way I don't have to worry about it. I'm gonna go ahead and do this one since we are already in the motion of doing this. Okay. And then let's add this little little bitty one here. Just a little dab in each one of these. I'll have to clean up my strings, glue strings after this. this one will go here. Actually, we got to get a green one. Thought we had a medium in here, but I want to pour these out so I can find a medium-sized green. I don't see one in here. I see the large. Oh, here's one. Okay. It's so cute. All right, you guys. I think I cannot touch it anymore without making a possible hazard of not things sticking down. But I really think it's just so cute. And again, you know, I want to add more stuff like these gems everywhere. You can add as much or as little as your heart desires. These are great little cute things to just use all the crafting supplies. It turned out so cute. I can't wait to get it dried and to use it. And I just feel like too, I know you're like, leave it alone, leave it alone. But what if I added like a little green bow? Because I feel like that ribbon there is just like sticking out without any conclusion. Or is the bow too much? Or should I do a black and white? I think that might tie in the black a little bit more. Okay, I'm gonna do that and then I'm gonna call it good. Oh, and the other thing that we can do is make a charm for our you can add a little charm on here. I had one picked out. Where is that charm? Well, I can't find it now, but this would be so cute. Let's just put this on. I'll glue my bow in just a second, but I'm just trying to show you guys an example. Like, I love these little light bulbs. I would glue them down the lid, these part. I would take it off and glue it down. But just to show how concluded this could look, we could add this on there. Because you know, you have to charm up all the things, right? Oops. I'm just gonna double knot it. I'll have to go back in and like fix it up a little bit more. And you may want to add a little, instead of like tying it, add a little, what do you call it? Lobster clasp to it. Glue this down. And I don't want to mess my buttons up because I know they're not dry yet. Oh yeah. Oh, this is so cute, you guys. Oh my gosh. Okay, you guys, I love this project. I hope you love it too. I cannot wait to see what you make. Oh, by the way, use hashtag Rebecca Hoot Mrs. Claus on Instagram so I can see what you're making and repost it, and everybody else can go onto that hashtag and see what everybody's making. I'm sorry, I meant to share that earlier. But I will be back adding more things to my journal in the next video. All right, you guys, thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.